there, boys and girls. Welcome to Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Welcome. Today we would like to talk about the cultural eating around the world. We have 5 wonderful ladies who traveled all over the world to eat different cultures' foods, to see what they could experience, how it was, and how it affected their diet. We should go to them now.
Hey, my name's Katie, and the culture I chose to do is Spain. The Spanish diet consists of many tapas throughout the day instead of eating 3 large meals like we normally do in America. Tapas are small, snack sized portions of various different Spanish foods like chorizo, jamon, peppers, and many other foods that are easy to eat while standing. The Spanish breakfast is also known as desayuno, and it's usually very small and light. It normally will consist of a cup of coffee or orange juice and a breakfast pastry. A very popular Spanish breakfast pastry are churros, which are fried pieces of dough that are tossed in sugar, and you can dip those in chocolate or enjoy it with your coffee. Lunch is the most important and largest meal of the day in Spain, and it consists of several courses. The first course is normally a bowl of soup or a salad. The second course is heavier and will consist of the meat or the fish, and then fruit or a pastry as dessert is followed, and then you will have your cup of coffee or a shot of liquor at the end. A siesta occurs after lunch, and it's a time where the shops close from 2 to 4, and people can go home and take a nap or just rest after their big meal. The Spanish dinner occurs later at night around 9 to 10 because people get off of work later, so they eat later, and it will consist of eating many tapas and hopping around from bar to bar, eating and drinking with friends. Here I have Spanish chorizo and black bean soup, and then I have bread to eat with it, and this would be what your first course would be, and lunch, the light course. The life expectancy in Spain is 82 to 83 years, and the leading causes of death are coronary heart disease, Alzheimer's, and stroke. Following the Spanish diet for 3 days has taught me to eat more of a variety of foods in my diet and to not eat such big meals throughout the day, but instead snack. And doing the fiesta has let me have a break in my day and just take time to appreciate what I have. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Taib. I'll be talking about Indian food. Indian food is known for its heavy use of spices and tamarind. People in India usually eat for breakfast dal, which is lentil with vegetable, and they eat it with naan bread. Naan bread is made of white bread and butter, and they eat samosa for their breakfast as well. It's sarab, which is stuffed with potato and different kinds of vegetable, and they use different kind of sauces to change the taste, like mint with blended spices and tamarind. The main food for dinner and lunch in India is white rice with different kind of curries and spicy vegetable and spicy potato. Um, to me, it was similar to back home, but what I've noticed since I live here in America for 3 years, it's totally different than the American food because American people eat burgers, fries, junk food a lot, uh, but Indian people eat rice every day for lunch and dinner, and the food is very heavy and it has a lot of spices, which not every culture can adapt their food. The life expectancy in India is 66 years old, and the causes of death in India is lung diseases and strokes. Um, to me, I think Indian food is not healthy because they use a lot of oil and spices. However, it's too delicious, and I really enjoyed experience eating Indian food for 3 days. Um, I didn't find it difficult because it's similar to back home, but I think it's for American people. It's too hard to eat Indian food every day because it might affect their stomach since they are not used to it.
Hi, I'm Kate and I'm here with Greek cuisine. Greek cuisine is a subcategory of Mediterranean food. The life expectancy of Greeks is 80 years, and their causes of death include heart disease, stroke, and lung cancer. Compared to our 3 meals a day, Greeks eat about 5. They try to always include greens in some form in their meals. They rarely eat red meat, and sometimes they have no meat in a dish at all. Traditional Greek food does not include soda, but rather juices and usually alcohol. The Greek culture emphasizes family within eating. Generally, the family will eat a meal all together, extended family like grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins. So they usually don't have one dish, they have many options to choose from. And breakfast is their most important meal of the day. They usually overeat, what we would call overeating in breakfast. So for breakfast, they eat things like bread, yogurt, cheese, honey, tea, coffee, and such. For lunch, they generally eat pita, hummus, gyros, stuff like that. And for dinner, they have fish, rice, tomatoes, feta, and I have a sample of a meal that they would eat. There's pasta, tomatoes, feta, lettuce, and a type of like dressing that has a lot of olive oil in it. And they also have like pita on the side. And that's all I have.
Hey, I'm Miriam and I'm going to talk to you about the Egyptian cuisine. So the Egyptian cuisine is known for its heavy use of legumes, vegetables and fruits, especially that Egypt is by the Nile River and a lot of vegetables are grown there. So, and the most famous main courses are ful mudemmas, which is mashed beans mixed with vegetables and olive oil, and it's mainly eaten for breakfast. Kushari is another dish which is a mixture of rice, lentils, and pasta, and it's covered with a red sauce made of tomato and garlic and some spices, and it's usually eaten for lunch. And another dish is the molokhia, which is a bush okra and spinach mixture soup, and it's usually eaten for dinner. So, and I brought with me falafel or tamia as we call it in Arabic, and it's deeply fried, made with chickpeas and beans, and it's considered street food. Also, it was a good experience to try the Egyptian food for 3 days. It's delicious, especially the desserts that they have with like basbousa and rice pudding. We all know rice pudding. And the life expectancy in Egypt is 70 years, and the main causes of death are heart diseases, strokes, and influenza. So comparing to other foods, I think it is a more healthier choice, and it's rich in vitamins and fiber.
Hi, I'm Alexa, and I chose to study the Japanese cuisine. The Japanese cuisine has evolved over centuries of social and political changes. A few aspects that set Japanese cuisine apart from other cuisines are its emphasis on using quality ingredients, particular seasonality, and impeccable presentation. The traditional diet consists of fresh rice, soy, vegetables, fruit, and green tea. One popular dish in Japan is tempura. Tempura consists of vegetables or seafood that are covered in a light batter and then deep fried. Tempura is prepared in various different ways, but a high quality tempura requires only a sprinkle of salt. Sushi is another popular dish. It is rice cooked with vinegar topped with seafood that is usually uncooked. Many Japanese complain when they travel abroad that the quality of sushi is extremely low compared to Japanese standards. In terms of portions, the Japanese eat much smaller portions than Americans. The Japanese serve their food in small, separate plates and dishes arranged in a way that is pleasing to the eye. By moving slowly from dish to dish, eating mindfully, and pacing myself, I learn to appreciate the flavors within the traditional Japanese diet. The life expectancy in Japan is approximately 84 years, which is longer than that of America's. The top 3 causes of death in Japan are cancer, cardiac disease, and pneumonia. Here I have a classic California roll, which is made with brown rice, cucumber, avocado, seaweed, crab, and sesame seeds.
Oh, hi there, neighbor. I didn't see you, but walk in. Welcome back. Did you have a fun experience? I hope you had fun learning with us today. Just to give a little facts about Americans now that we're back in the United States. I would like to let you know that life expectancy for us is 78 years, which is kind of low compared to the rest of what we just learned about. Top 10 causes of death in the United States, stuff that we can all learn about here. Number 1 is heart disease, the major one. Then we go to cancer. We have chronic lower respiratory disease. We have accidents, stroke, Alzheimer's disease, diabetes, influenza and pneumonia, kidney disease, and suicide. Now, some of these are linked to cultural eating, some are not, but we would like to learn how we can get better. A typical American plate, what we just learned about, experienced all over the world, the foods that they eat. For what we normally eat, a typical American food meal consists of refined grains, foods that are added with sugar and fruit, and heavy fats. Meat and poultry make up our entire plate. For a typical American meal, we can get better than that. The effects that all these bad foods have on our body as American is leading to a growing epidemic of obesity. It not only affects our weight, but we have a risk of chronic illnesses such as cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. Now, after what we learned today, I hope, neighbor, that you take everything that you've learned and culturally invest in your diet. Now, thank you for joining us today, boys and girls. Have fun.
Start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. That is true. We'll make a better day. Just you and me. We are the world. We are the world. We are the children. For the children. We are the ones. We are the ones who make a better day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me.